Your name, beyond a reasonable doubt. When I started 30 years ago, it was a lot different than it is today. MM is misdemeanor. Fen. We, did everything on typewriters, and our machines were manual. There was nothing computerized. Yep, this is a transcript. This is an older one. As you can see, this one is a full day. There are days where I cry a lot. And you have to put it out of your mind when you leave here. In criminal court, I can't imagine being in family court. At least in criminal court, sometimes I have to justify what's going on, whether it's the defendant, whether it's the victim, whether it's the family. It's tough. There are days when it's really tough.
I was presiding over a non-jury trial where a young child died, and I was really struggling. So I had to write my verdict down because I knew how emotional I was about it. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and I have 2 boys. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And I can remember they brought his picture and they put it on the bench, and I just couldn't stop because I could just see my kids. And she just types away and the tears are coming down her face. And she's just so sensitive. There's so much secondary trauma that we all receive, especially court reporters, because they are so vulnerable. They don't have the ability to blow their nose or take a break. They've just got to kind of keep weathering on.
So the steno machine, is made up of 26 keys, and there are 4 keys down here, which are your vowels. So there's an A, E, O, and U, but all of them together is a long I. The blending of letters together make other letters and make words. When I began, we had paper that came out of our machines. And as it has advanced, we have no paper. And that was the hardest thing, just to say, I don't have paper? Like, what happens if there's no, backup? So we went from a manual machine with paper and typewriters to then it went to floppy disks and paper still. And then we went to paperless, and it has recording. So the next thing we do is we take the SD card out, pop it in our computer, and this is the court reporter. What people don't understand is not only do we hear it in here, but then we go back to our desk and we hear it again. And then we take it home and we proofread it and we hear it again. So realistically, we're doing it 3 times. We're hearing the case 3 times. This is just one day. And it's 344 pages. I've learned a lot. I mean, when I came here, I feel like I was 20 years old. And I came here and I saw stuff that I had never seen before. Heard things I'd never heard before. I think the generation now is a lot more advanced than we were back then. But yeah, really grown up.